What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Sisterhood Sips. I am Jen Garcia. You can catch me 6 nights a week on The Block with Jen. I am a comedic writer and an actress, and your favorite podcaster says so myself. You can catch me on Tubi in The Bag Girls 2. I play a Colombian drug lord. And you can catch me on Stars and Amazon and White People Money, where I'm also toting a gun.
Yes, you are. Yes. And I am Lily Washington of YB Limited. That is the letter Y, the letter B, the word limited. I'm an actor, model. I do a lot of things, as well as on The Block with Jen. And you can catch me on a lot of different things, Vogue and Target and all kind of little fun things. Yeah. But what you're not going to catch me on is on the, listen, okay, let's talk about what we're going to talk about today.
Let's talk about, first, let me start off with this.
Okay.
Let me start off with this, Lily. You guys have all seen countless memes over the past 15 years of women's vagina. We're going there tonight. You have the little skinny sandwich. I know you've seen the meme. The little skinny sandwich. And then you have the roast beef sandwich with all the layers, right? So women's vaginas have been a running joke for a long time on social media. And I'm like, why don't the girls ever talk about what penises look like? Well, guess what girls are talking about it today?
It is us.
It is us.
It is us. We're going to talk about your penises.
Yes.
We're going to break it all down.
Yeah.
Okay? Shape, size, length, girth,
Color.
smell. For some of y'all, I'm just saying, we're going to talk about it.
We are going to talk about it. First of all, out the gate, let's just go out the gate, Lily. What's your favorite type? Because there are many different types. Are you a girth girl, a length girl, a skinny girl, long hanging balls, short balls, big balls? Some balls are bigger than the penis.
Yes.
Some penis is bigger than the balls. What's your fave off top? Do you have a fave? Or
My fave is yes. But if we have to be specific,
let's be specific.
I prefer
Let's be
the
Pacific Ocean.
Be Pacific like the ocean.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to be Pacific. I prefer girth.
Okay.
I do like some length,
Yes.
but I don't like the pencil peen.
The pencil peen.
It just be stabbing you. Like,
Ooh.
yeah. Feel like you get liposuction.
Oh.
And that's not a place to get liposuction.
No, it's not.
Keep everything there. You know? So I like that. Just don't give me pencil peen, but don't give me so much girth that you got to be my last boyfriend forever.
Right. So the funny thing is that men ask, do you have a pretty pussy? Do you have, men talk about, and I'm like, do you have a pretty dick? Right? There is such thing as a pretty dick. And I don't think that men think about that, right? Some penises are pretty, you know what I mean? Well formed. The balls aren't bigger than the penis. The penis ain't big. You know what I mean? It's a nice, you know what I mean? Like a statuesque.
Oh, yes.
Penis. So some of you have pretty dicks, some of you do not. So we're going to talk about the difference. As far as my favorite, I have to be fair. I asked you what your favorite is. My favorite is well proportioned, not discolored, usually one color. I've never dated a white man. So speaking of color, I've never done a pink or alabaster penis.
Yeah, no pink pain.
Yeah, no pink.
Not for me. Can't do the pink pain.
No.
What about circumcised or uncircumcised? That's a big one that people want to know.
All right, Lily. So circumcised versus non-circumcised. This is going to be quite the paradox because I prefer uncircumcised. However, I am against circumcision.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm going to say.
I told you.
I'm going to say what I like, and I like the same thing. I actually like uncircumcised ones. Like, for some reason, I know most people don't, so this is an unpopular opinion.
Right.
All right? But if you have one, you have to know how to clean it properly because it takes a little bit more extra work, time, and dedication.
Right.
All right? Now, why are you against the circumcision? Like...
I'm against circumcision because it's mutilation, first and foremost. You're not giving the child a choice. And it's not necessary. It is not necessary. It came from tradition and religion, so it's not necessary. It's not like if you don't cut it off, the child's going to die in 5 years. You're literally mutilating a newborn baby.
Yeah.
And people are like, no, they don't feel pain. You don't even remember the pain. No, they feel the pain. It causes trauma. They don't remember it in real time. Like, I remember how painful it was, but I just cannot see harming a baby. Like, you just got to the planet. You literally just got to the planet, and the first thing they do is take a blade to your penis. Can you imagine how horrific that is?
Well, after they smack you in the ass.
After they smack you in the ass.
Yeah.
So I'm totally against it. I think men should get circumcised in adulthood. I know that made you guys cringe, but I know 2 men that did it in adulthood. I used to work at a gym, and there was this guy there that was happy about, he was about to get circumcised, and all the guys were calling him crazy, but he was like, this is what I want to do. So I really do think it's a cosmetic procedure, not a necessary medical procedure. So I think men should do it in their adulthood if they're going to do it at all. So I'm anti-circumcision, but I'd rather a circumcised penis because I just think they're better and less tricky to work with for what I like to do.
So since we are getting under their skin, not their foreskin, pause. Okay.
Let's sip to that. We must.
Gotta sip to that one.
Jesus. Bum. Here all week.
Now, I'm going to tell you what procedure really bothers them.
Uh-oh.
And I think this procedure actually makes sense. A vasectomy. Because we won't have a bunch of Nick Cannons and Futures running around here because they can actually afford it, even though they might not see half their kids, but they can afford it. But, we got a lot of people out here having multiple children and can't afford it, right? And so the reason why I don't see nothing wrong with that is because of, it's reversible. But the woman is always expected to get her tubes tied, but that's not reversible, right? Or really risky.
It can be reversible, but it's risky. Men are deathly afraid of getting a vasectomy, but if I was a man, I would.
Oh, quickly. Let me tell you
I don't want to take care of no kids. I don't want you to get my money. I would do it. And it's not like it leaves a scar to where women are going to notice like, hey, what's wrong with your schlong?
It's like, hey, something's missing. Your tubes aren't connecting.
Right. So what about color? I know there's some discoloration, especially when they're circumcised.
Yes. Okay. So there is a such thing as, like how people get their nip tucked, when it comes to even just women or anyone, men, they get a nip tuck. There's a such thing as good work and bad work. Okay. So we're going to extend good work and bad work to circumcision because I've looked at a couple of guys and I'm like, that's not good work. Did they circumcise half of your penis? Because why is half the shaft gone?
That's why I say I just don't think you should do that to infants.
Yeah, because there's still more to come.
And listen, you just buckle up, baby. And you just proved my point. It is a cosmetic procedure. You likened it to cosmetic procedures, and you have to be an artist to perform good cosmetic procedures, and not every doctor is an artist. They're just hacking away at that infant's penis, and we don't know what the outcome is going to look like because I've seen some that look, and for the record, guys, before you panic, you know what I mean? We don't have a body count of 5,000. If we did, you couldn't do anything about it, and you'd still want us. But I'm just saying, we're not speaking from a place of we've seen a lot. We've seen porn. Our girlfriends show us their lovers' penises. We get penises in our DMs because some of you are fucking animals, and that's your mating call. So we've seen a lot of penises in our day. Not all of them, we weren't penetrated by all of them. Everybody calm the fuck down in the comments. Calm the fuck down in the comments. But the discoloration, the head sometimes is too big, or it's the mushroom. What's her name? Yeah, what's her name? The porn star that was with Trump said he has a short mushroom penis. He has a big head and a little shaft. Have you ever encountered one of those? Have you ever seen one? I've never seen one in person. I think I would fucking die.
Not in person, but on Twitter. What is now known as X. all right, what is now known as X, because, they always hitting us upside the head with a penis every time you go on there to try to see who's doing what to who. You're just like, oh, boom, all right, someone's penis. And I was hitting the head with Little Fizz's penis on via X.
I haven't seen that. I heard it was
You don't want
a
to.
big hit. Oh, no, it's not?
Oh, no. It was a big hit because of how bad it looked. Because you didn't see it?
It wasn't Future. It was Chris Brown, I think, has a big one. He had a leak.
But he has like one of them long, skinny ones.
Oh,
And it's pink. I don't like
Chris
the
Brown?
pink. Yes, I don't like the pink tip. Like the really pink tip that looks like the bubble gum.
wow. Those
Yeah.
are out there?
They're out there. And it doesn't look like bubble gum that I want to like actually put in my mouth. It's like,
No, I'd have to do one of those. Whoa, look at the time.
oh, let me tell you
I
something.
gotta work tomorrow.
I met a guy. This is when I was way younger, and I'm talking good stuff, y'all. I was like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and ooh, baby, when I get a whole and he pulled that thing out, I was like, oh. Yeah, so, I'm thinking, like, we need to wait until we get to know each other because, I'm not that kind of girl.
Okay, so what was wrong with it?
It was huge.
Oh.
Like, this was ungodly.
Oh.
God didn't make that.
Or godly.
No, that was a whole curse. That wasn't a gift. That wasn't a gift.
Okay.
That was a curse.
Okay.
That came from the devil.
Now, can we explain to the guys that sometimes there is such a thing as too big, which is funny to me that men are hung up on penis size, but there is such a thing as too big. It is uncomfortable.
Yes.
I also want to talk about stroke. A lot of you guys are delusional. You can't take this. You be running from the dick. She be running from the dick. Women don't run from dick. We can literally, shoot out in a 9-pound, 1-ounce infant. Okay, we're not running from it. We're running from bad stroke. Okay, I am about to tell the truth and shame the dick devils. Okay, women run from bad stroke, not big dick. What's a bad stroke? That ground and pound y'all do like y'all in MMA. Okay, that fucking ground and pound. I've seen women like that wear in porn. Okay. Ooh. Women are built inside. We have so many erogenous zones and G spots. It's really this thing here. Like, it looks great on camera. It looks great in porn, but doesn't feel so good after a while, right? And that's not to say that sometimes every now and then you have a wild night.
Exactly.
And it's like, yeah, give me that dip, you know what I mean? But it is not the norm. It shouldn't be that. Jackrabbit should not be, jackhammer should not be your only stroke. So women run from bad stroke, not from big dick. So don't go and tell your boy, she ran from the dick. No, you had a bad stroke, sir. You still have to have a good stroke no matter what size your penis is. Okay? All right.
Yes, and they might have like a nice size, one of the real pretty ones. But like you said, if they don't have a good stroke or they just have that one boring one, like that one boring stroke.
What's the boring stroke, Lily?
Oh my God. I'm like, what is this? Like, there's no rhythm. I'm like, oh my God, maybe you need to take some dancing classes. Because, when you see a guy that can dance, you're thinking, okay, yeah, you might can do a little something. Keep a little beat, keep a little rhythm. But when they don't have, it's just like the rhythm is off. It's boring. I started thinking about emails that needed to be sent off earlier today. It's just like, well, if I'm thinking about emails, your stroke game is boring. Shouldn't be thinking about emails. I'm just saying. Like that, like it's yeah. They think because they've had a lot of sex that it's good sex. No, you just had a lot of it.
Just regarding stroke, slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady. Let me tell you something else that annoys the bejesus out of me. Okay. After a woman orgasms, men think that they're supposed to automatically stop the stroke. It is the most annoying thing ever, right? Because once they orgasm, right? And this is let me remind y'all what it's like, guys. When you ejaculate, right? You know that joke when women keep sucking, they turn into Scion, and it's like, oh, don't keep sucking because it's it's sensitive, right? You have to come down from an orgasm. Women have to come down from an orgasm. So you have to keep the slow and even after she orgasms, those are the guys we remember. The ones that keep the slow, steady stroke after. So it's like a cool down after a workout, right? You don't just stop abruptly like, oh, my job is done. Your job is not done, right?
No.
It's like a slow, steady, you know what I mean? Just kind of like picture music dying down slowly. That's how you should finish a woman's orgasm. But the guys that just stop, it's like, oh, yeah, you know, after the, oh my God, it feels good. And then it's like the guy just stops, okay. And it's like, why did you just stop? What are you doing?
You just going to bring me here and leave me?
Yeah, it's like, you know, what are you doing? So slow and steady. Think of that. Think of slow and steady, guys. You you would think you don't have to teach adult men, but you guys do need help. And that's what Sisterhood Sips is for, okay? Instead of hating us, listen so you can learn.
Right. So I'm going to tell you who has the really good pain.
Oh.
The guys who concentrate on foreplay. I love some good foreplay.
Lily, but that's a whole different subject from penetration. They're not going to understand what foreplay has to do with penetration. You have to expound.
Oh, wow. See, women have to be warmed up. Okay? Like with men, it's just like, get an erection, stick it in. Get an erection, stick it in. And it's like, women, it's like, no, have to be caressed and talked to. And
we have to say that together again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Get an erection,
stick it in. Like, it's just that simple. But it's not that simple.
No.
Okay? You need to know that. So that's what we're here to tell you. That you have to warm it up. A well-oiled, well-warmed up, ooh, baby. And you're going to wonder like, oh, well, where's that coming from? And where's that like movement and where's that clenching coming from? It's coming from you warmed it up. And part of that is verbal because women are audio, men are visual, right? So the whispering in the ear, the noises and the sounds and stuff like that, like all of that brings up your peen stock. Because peen has stock like Dow Jones.
It does.
Does Dow Jones have a peen? Is he a real person? Where does he come from?
I'm sure the guys will tell us in the comments.
Okay.
They didn't even know who Dow Jones was. We're going to fix them. You know, they'll fellas, throw it in the comments. Who's Dow Jones exactly?
And how good is his peen?
Right.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I know, you know, he comes with the coins. Right. So, you know, I don't date Dow Jones.
Let me help the guys out because guys are very black and white, very simple. They don't think as much as we do or as complicated or colorful as we do. But all day foreplay will oil a woman for the evening, right? And it could be something as simple as she's doing dishes, you walk up behind her, grab her by the back of her neck or her hair, tongue her down and walk away. Just walk away.
Yes.
That's it. Literally leave her there watching her walk away. Or, you know, go past her and like grab her shoulders, massage her shoulders, and then walk away. It's little things. It's brushing up against her. You know what I mean? Being close to her, touching her without touching her, looking in her eyes. There's little things that you can do throughout the day or even throughout a date when she's walking in front of you and, you know, you put your hand on the small of her back. Just touching her lightly without touching her. Don't just, guys, God. I've been on dates and they automatically reach for your hand. Don't fucking touch me. Like, don't, and not in that way where it's like, oh, I guess women like their hands being held. Let me grab for her hand now. It looks contrived. It looked like this is my way to touch her. Also, some women may not want to hold your hand in public like you guys are an item. Right away. So they're little subtle things you do. Think about secrecy. Think about this is y'all's secret. You're letting her know in secret that you like her and she's sexually attractive to you. So they're little subtle things, right? As the day goes on, you fix her hair, you know what I mean? Move her hair out of her face or straighten out her ear. You know, little things like that are all considered foreplay because we're thinking like, I want more of that. He just touched me and walked away. I want more of that. So foreplay isn't just eating vagina. Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, like, not getting too redundant, right? So when it comes to, like, not like a good way of not getting too redundant, because I'm going to give some examples, too, because, like you said, a lot of times men can be black and white, simple, not dumb, because when we say simple, they hear dumb. It can be simple, not imaginative. So here's a great example. That's springing off of the lady in the streets freaking the sheets, right? Because I feel like we didn't give the example and then their mind went somewhere else. Right. But sometimes like us, like being your wife or your main girl, we want to be treated like something else. Like you can do role play and things like that. Like one of the good ones is like she can be a call girl, right? Like leave the money on the dresser, for your main girl, like things like that. Like just coming out of the norm and the redundancy and things like that and keeping it spicy. Like that goes a long, long way. Just being thoughtful about certain situations. Because one of my favorite things is role play. Like I'll throw on a wig in a heartbeat and become somebody else.
And women are, men forget, we're audio, but we're visual too. I'm big visual. You know what I mean? I like what I like visually. And, get rid of them loose boxers. Get you some boxer briefs. Boxer briefs are good no matter what your body looks like, believe it or not. You can have the dad bod or you could be very skinny, but the boxer briefs, because they're tight on your body, do have a nice look to them. We like to see the dick print of men that we know. Okay?
Oh.
Because men go crazy online, but we like to see your dick print at home. We like to see, your booty at home, right? I'm an ex-thug, so I like guys that sag in the house.
Recovering thug?
Yeah, I'm a recovering thug.
I love it.
In the house. So I want to see you sagging your pants in the house because I could get like a little peek at your butt or a little peek at your dick, the dick print. We're visual too. We like seeing certain things, right?
Yeah, but we don't want to see it unsolicited in our DM.
At all. Please don't get it twisted. Don't DM me shit. I will block you and report you.
Yeah, or send it to your grandma.
And if I find out what state you live in, I'll make a report with your local precinct.
Yeah, Aunt Sally will have a picture
I got time.
Hey, is this your nephew?
Yes. Oh, I've done that. Like if your relatives are on your social media and you send me a death, send it to your mama.
Right, because I don't know what it's doing up in here.
Right.
Right, and I'm just like, okay, would you want somebody sending this to your mama? Okay, so leave it up out of mine.
All right. So what do you think about, since we're talking about dick appearance, what do you think about them long balls, man?
Yeah, the long balls or like the really fat ones.
You can't. Here's the thing, right? And we're gonna keep it raw because y'all raw about our pussies. You say either we look like roast beef or so we're gonna keep it raw. The long balls are hard to work with. I'm not putting them in my mouth. It's just too much. We're gonna roll them up and then
right.
Hold on a second. They're spilling out the side of your mouth, and you have to like. Hold on, baby. Hold on, baby. Hold on. You're up here with it, right? Trying to be sexy. You're like, hold on, baby. I'm going to get the other one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Them things do be long and drawn out. It's like, why's your balls bigger than your dick, sir?
Yeah.
I have questions.
So that's the equivalent of the equivalent of the roast beef that they talk about on women.
Yes.
Them long shits.
But then there's another end of the spectrum that is equally as annoying. The balls that look like they haven't dropped yet. What's the tea with that? Why are you 36 and your balls haven't dropped yet? What are they waiting for?
Balls that are sucked into their pelvis. Okay.
It's like, are they being preserved for like a special occasion?
I told you guys, Sister Hasips, you get to be a fly on the wall, and this is what women really think. Okay, we're speaking for the ladies.
Oh, I got a good one, you all.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so I have a girlfriend. Back in the day, she might watch the show, okay? And she described one that she saw. Okay, I'm about to give you a visual. Okay. This is the schlong here, here. And this is the head. And his hole was at the bottom of the head.
Holy. So when he peed all over the fucking
right,
head.
or I guess he got to lift it up and do this.
Oh, poor baby.
Like he aims it like one of those things that come with your, like the squirt gum that comes with your sink.
I know what you're talking about.
I guess you got to do it like that.
Oh no.
But those things are pretty cool, so I don't know.
I don't know about that. You're gonna destroy my toilet. I'm really big on. It's bad enough they piss all over the toilet anyway. So before we get out of here, let's talk about curves. Curves.
There's different directions now.
There are different directions.
It's like a compass.
Yes.
I mean,
what do you think about the upward curve? The upward curve.
Upward curve, I like. Downward, not so much.
You said downward?
There's a downward. Yeah. Yep. Downward, not so much. And side, no.
Okay. So the curved this way, like when it curves towards the man, is amazing and missionary because he can actually touch the G spot that's up against our wall. So that one's pretty amazing. Not as easy to give head to, though. It's a little annoying to give head to. And again, if you like giving head or pleasing your partner, you just want a straight up shaft, man, because you can do more tricks with it, right?
Yes.
When they're curved, you have to do extra stuff. Like if he's curved to the left or the right, we're here with it. You know what I mean? I don't want to be here with it.
I gotta have a compass to suck it.
You know what I'm saying? The curves also, they can be painful on the inside because they're hitting a bunch of shit on the side of your body that doesn't really, you know what I mean?
I needed that, sir.
Right. The curve downward, I've never seen or experienced, but I'd rather uncurved. That doesn't mean that you guys that are curved should run into traffic. I'm sure a woman that loves you will love you and your curve. It's just not something that, you know, women have options. It's not something that I would lock into like for long term. Just like you guys wouldn't lock into certain women that have certain things. I'm sure you'll get with a girl and her tits are down to here, but she's fly otherwise. You'll hit, but maybe in your mind you're like, I don't know if I want to look at them long titties every day, right? So it's the same thing with us. It's like guys that have little things that we don't like that aren't our preference. So it's like, I may mess around with you, but do I want you for the long haul? Nah, probably not. And that's the cold, hard truth. As much as it hurts, we all have to deal with truth.
Well, I mean, that's like the really big, pretty ones. Those are novelty peens. Right? That's the one that you call your girlfriend about, like, girl, he got a nice, you know, that thing huge. Yeah. But in reality, that's not what we want every day. Like, that's not, a lot of us don't want that to be our main guy because it's just like, that's a lot.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that because, again, men are hooked on size. And when we experience a huge one, again, novelty piece, we will call our girlfriends and give. We got the BDE and the GDE, the good dick report and the bad dick report. I'm sorry, the BDR and the GDR, the good dick report and the bad dick report. And we do call our girlfriends and give the report. So the big ones is too much to deal with on a daily for a long-term relationship. So sorry, guys. Like the guys that are too big are just as bad as the guys that are too small.
Yeah, it's two ends of the spectrum that is just hard to really work with or deal with. I got another one though. I got another question. I already know the answer to this. You know the answer to mine. You about to make fun of me.
Okay, I'm listening.
Bush or bald or somewhere in the middle.
Child. Lily, Manscaped is a must. You must Manscaped. You must. It is 2023, sir. I do not want to go through a forest to get to you. Not only that, your penis looks more attractive and more tempting when you manscape. Lily, I know your answer.
So I don't mind. But see, I do need to clear it up. I don't want the whole like bush where you got to go through it and sift through it to find.
Lily, you like that 70s bush. Stop the cap. You
more like 85.
85?
85. 85, 86.
85, 86 bush.
Yes.
Okay.
Not as far back as the 70s. 85 and 86. They took a piece of trimmer, just a little piece of trimmer to it, right? But it's still something like, because the thing is, I don't like the all the way bald too much because it starts to make me think of like someone who hasn't gone through puberty yet, and it just kind of grosses me out.
I don't know why certain people, because men and women have that issue when someone is too bald, they start thinking adolescent. I don't.
It's weird.
I just think clean. I think statue. I think the last thing on my mind is seeing a naked peen and thinking, a child. I just don't think that, but I understand it can trigger some people, so I'm not shaming. I understand if you see a bald, genital area, you're like, no, child. I don't. I'm just like, yes, now it's a party. This guy cares, you know what I'm saying, about his appearance and his health and his smell.
No, I'm about to say, it does.
Okay, because hair holds smell.
I got something else that a lot of people don't know. I'm about to really put y'all up on game.
I want the
y'all ready? This is some good. Y'all pick up your glasses for this one because I'm about to.
I like to learn. I like learning things.
Y'all about to learn.
Give it,
gentlemen. For those, and this goes to Jen's point about the hair. For those who like to pleasure themselves often, that gets caught up in the hair. That smell.
Yes, it does.
The smell gets caught up. It's pheromones. It's a lot of pheromones.
Men and women.
Men and women. Yep.
Let me tell you something. Thank you. Let me elaborate. Let me expound. When you are single or even if you're in a relationship, when you beat off a lot, un momento.
Yeah, you have to take a sip on that one because, baby.
Listen, when you beat off a lot for men, women, when you play with yourself a lot, you
release the pheromones.
You release the pheromones, and it's a very musky odor. It's a very musky scent, and it's great for selling panties on OnlyFans. Not so great when you're going to be with someone and the panties come off or the boxers come off because you smell like you were already fucking and sexing. And it's a very thick odor. So refrain before you're going to be with somebody unless they have a kink where they like smelling that. So you have to be careful. If you're the type that does a manscape, or for women, you don't shave everything off, you're going to carry that smell and that odor. Again, great for selling panties, but not so much for, being intimate and sexy. I think clean shaven is the sexiest thing you could give your partner when you get naked.
Yeah, no, for someone like me who has a very keen sense of smell, it makes a big difference. So make sure. So yeah, definitely just go ahead and at least trim down for me. Be bald when you go to see Jen. And with that, we're going to go ahead and call this a day.
One sip at a time.
One day at a time.
Woo, Lord.